today it's all about round 2 in our server-wide boss battle here, Faerie Kingdom battle against the Megadough. Nice work, everyone, and we got some more work to do here. And with that, we got the best team on tap for you in today's episode. With that, if you enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. On top of that, other great ways to support the channel down below, and thank you to all of our members. If you do have a question or comment along the way, let me know, because I love to hear from you, and feel free to join us in our amazing active Discord server. All that information's there for you down below, along with today's timestamps, where we will give you a little bit of an overview about the preparation, where we're at as a server and a community. And then on top of that, we're going to give you that best team. And lastly, we'll close out with some other ideas, swaps, and things for you with your team, because everyone's contribution really matters. And it's great for us all to be on the same page. And whether you're a new player, returning player, or veteran player, it's good to have some other ideas and options for you here as we take on the Faerie Kingdom battle, boss battle round number 2. So let's get into it. So since the last time, I've definitely adjusted my team. However, in terms of preparation mode, we did have that guide. I'll have everything down below for you as we continue to build here in the Faerie Kingdom battle. But first and foremost, congratulations. We got ally skill level to 40 for Matcha Cookie and 53 for Elder Faerie. That is amazing. If you're curious on the buffs that we're getting from that, all you got to do is click into the left here on the ally cookies. You can see here we're going to get summons Faerie Knights ×5 in battle with the Megadough here. Faerie Knights gain 5% with each level. And then additionally here for Matcha Cookie, the team's attack's going to go up about 13,000 there when fighting the Megadough. So first and foremost, everyone, you should give yourselves a pat on the back. Now, we will break down what we call the 4 T's, the tactics, the team, the treasures, and the toppings here for you, so that we can all succeed against the Faerie Kingdom battle, boss battle round number 2 here against the Megadough. And make sure you're getting at least your 5 attacks in so that you can collect those rewards, my friends. So here we go, battle with the Megadough. Let's get into it here, because there's a couple things on this. Now, first and foremost, you do have special conditions here. You're going to have minimum skill level up to 70, along with cookie level at 70. So depending on where you're at with your team, this can certainly be a positive and a very helpful thing. Now, additionally, when it comes to the boss, what you're going to see here is pretty much the same as last time. We have power, HP, attack, defense. Lump of dough here throws a lump of dough to push back the target and cover the ground with dough, dealing periodic damage. Now, what we learned in the first boss battle, and this is important for the second one here as well, was that this boss, we didn't need healers. We absolutely didn't need it. You want to go for as much damage as possible. Now, we've also iterated that in terms of today's strategy and the best team for you. And certainly my team is not going to do as much damage, because I'm a free-to-play player, where I don't have everything at Ascension. So the reason why I bring this up is that your team can do much more damage. I've done lots of play testing already with a couple different things, and you can see that in my last episode as well, and iterations. And we're going to break down the strategy even more for you as we break down the team now for you. So let's get into it here. A couple things on this one. The premise is, before we were very focused on just pure damage. Now what you want to do is get the defense reduction damage in there, so that it exemplifies, amplifies all the damage that you're pumping into Megadough. So that is the key and difference between last time. And on top of that, we don't need healers, because this team will survive. It's fast, it's furious, and all those things. So first and foremost, as we break down some of these cookies, we are here with Rebel Cookie. Rebel Cookie, again, is absolutely bonkers for getting the stacks in here, reducing that defense and applying that vulnerability, as well an extra defense reduction and those things against our boss. So that is one of the major reasons. You can drill into this a little bit more to see all those statistics and how that's going to help your team. Additionally, here we do have Linzer. So what you're learning is some of these combination teams here come from some of the previous events as well. And when you want high damage dealing, this is sort of a combo. If you look at the guild battle between the Red Dragon, a little bit on Avatar, and we'll talk about some of those swaps here in a little bit. And then additionally, some of the stuff that came from the Puppet Master in the last event too. So here, Linzer Cookie does a ton of things as well. You got the deduction, you got the area damage, you got crit increase, suspect debuff for all types, deduction stacks and attack, and that defense reduction there as well. So Linzer's been kind of a big power player here and change over the last couple of events, as you can see, and a great piece in addition to your team. Now those are kind of your two major defense reduction pieces. Then we're here into Mango. Mango has the great stack, attack percent plus 15, 7 seconds stacks up to 1. However, on top of that, we do have, as we get into it, a little bit more here with our lovely wave damage with the stack damage plus 20% for 10 seconds stacks up to 3 because of the magic candy. If you get more, it even makes it even better. You can see where mine's at only a plus 15. So all these other pieces here that make a huge difference for your team. Now again, increasing the damage on that side, and then additionally we do have similar with Black Raisin here. You can see where we're at with our Black Raisin magic candy at 18. Could get this one a little bit higher, but again, you got area damage, you got area damage after crit, skill crit damage, and amplify debuff plus 5% stacks up to 1, and then enemies hit by damage receive 3.8% for 10 second stacks up to 16. So again, getting that received damage up, the buff, single target damage, really making this a powerhouse in terms of that team. And then so all the defense reductions in there, all the pure damages in there, and then last but not least, our massive heavy hitter here with Creme Brulee. Now many of you are already very familiar with this one. Doing tons and tons of damage here makes a huge difference in terms of this particular cookie, a big boss slayer as we like to say. So that is the team, that is the strategy, and that is the breakdown between the last one and this one, and why this one is so powerful and so much damage. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the treasures. Now a couple things with the treasures, you can absolutely swap in Librarian's Enchanted Robes. When you do that, make sure that your Creme Brulee has high attack speed. That's going to be one difference. I'm not going to use that here in mine because this one works better for me. However, make sure that you're doing that. You're going to want to be on damage and cooldown. So certainly Old Pilgrim Scroll, again, Librarian's Enchanted Robes, in our case we're on Dream Conductors, and then Squishy Jelly Watch here. The swaps, absolutely feel free to go on the Sleepyhead's Jelly Watch. Mine is just not quite as good. You could go down the crit route as well. You could go down Vile route if you needed there, but it's all focused on damage, all focused on attack speed in order to take down this boss. So those are the key pieces there. And then in terms of toppings, again, here you could actually flip over to Raspberry. We don't need the defense here, so you could go on attack, so I want to call that out. And as always, we'll have the topping guides for you down below. You can check those out for each of these cookies as additional details, statistics, those kinds of things to help you out. And then also the Beasuit guides there for you too, along with the playlist. So that's one thing you can do a little bit differently than me. I'm going to stick to this for now for today. And then additionally here, you're on attack for Mango, you're on attack here, you're on cooldown here for Linzer, and then attack here for Creme Brulee. Now we always recommend Resonant when it makes sense. Certainly all these you can do that. Big part of events and also some of the guild battles, so those are some things to keep in mind for these particular cookies. Now when it comes to our Beasuits, let's go ahead and take a look here. We do have Beasuits on all of our cookies. Make sure you're doing that. Additionally, all mine for the most part are at legendary, so make sure that you have legendary. And then the big thing is, as you can see here, mine's just not leveled up. The more leveling up that you're going to get a bigger boost on those things as well. And on top of that, you can see mine are not totally attuned. You could do that as well, and we do have all those guides here for you on the channel. So big pieces there, really incremental things that you can do to get even more damage than me. And the best part is a lot of these cookies are available to you, or most of them, in the mileage shop. We got a mileage shop guide for you. You can use that as well, or you can also farm some of these things in the PvE. So that is our team. I'm about 2.4 million in terms of power. We've broken down the tactics, the team, the treasures, and the toppings for you. We've talked about the strategy as well and Beasuits in order of what we're doing here to take down the Megadough. So that, my friends, is time for us to go down and battle the Megadough here today. So let's get into it and see how our run goes. You can see exactly how this is going to work for us, and how it can work for you as well. It makes a huge difference here. Look at how much more damage we're going to do this time versus last time, and you can see all these stacks going on. The big piece here, as we said before, amplified, weakness, all these other pieces, well over 100,000. We're probably going to get close to 200,000, whereas before we're doing about 40, 50,000. So that gives you a really good idea of how much better, how much stronger this team is. In particular, the last one, look at that, 300,000. Almost 400,000. 400,000 for us there, and contribution points of 12,000 for us. So again, that is one of the bigger powerhouses that you can do here. We've made the guy unstable. The Megadough is unstable. You can see all the battle information here. So thank you to everyone and their contribution, and you can check out the rankings. Let's go back into it here though, for our Megadough battle. And now we're gonna talk about a couple of things that you can do instead if you're looking for some swaps. So a couple of ideas here for you in terms of some strategies, some of the cookies. I think some of the ideas here that can work very well for you, if you're looking for that damage reduction still, is certainly our friend. Where are you? Milky Way. Milky Way right here, because we do have that defense reduction. That can be a good one for you. Those are going to put a bunch of stacks on. We also have Space Donut. Those two are great damage reduction, defense reduction, all those things that you could throw in there. If you don't have a Rebel cookie built, mine might run a little bit better as well in terms of that. The other thing that you can consider here again is Blackberry. Blackberry has been a solid cookie for us in the guild battles in terms of some swaps and ideas there. And then obviously if you need some single target damage ideas, you can always go with Rye. You could also go with some damage reduction here with Captain Caviar as an example, but he's got a little bit more of a wider damage perspective. You also have some damage reductions at time with our Riz here, Margarine, as always as well. And then also a good one here can be our friend Tart Titan, in terms of some of that damage, or Vampire Cookie to give you some ideas there as well. And then certainly Sherbet is great in terms of damage, and some of these other cookies here on the Ancient Legendary list as well for you. So I wanted to walk through a couple of ideas and swaps for you again, whether you're a returning player, a new player, or veteran, in case you don't have all these things tweaked in terms of what you can do. So that, my friends, is everything here today in terms of our Megadough boss battle. We've given you the tactics, the team, the treasures, and the toppings in order to succeed. We've also given you some ideas on how to swap. We've broken down a lot of the history and some of the key pieces between the last battle, the preparation, and round 2 here for the boss battle round for Megadough. Make sure you get your 5 dailies in, collect these amazing rewards, and continue to contribute. And thank you to everyone here in the server-wide event. With that, also thank you. If you still got questions, if you got comments, let me know. I'd love to hear from you as always, and feel free to join us in our amazing active server. Thank you to everyone there, and thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your support. I appreciate the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community here. On top of that, thank you to all of our members. Memberships are available to you. It's a nice way to support the channel. Emotes, icons, priority response, bunch of other things there for you, and we do have affiliate links. A nice way, a nice touch to support if you're looking for stuff, something there for everyone, as I like to say. And lastly, our socials, at me, chat me. I love to hear from you. Again, our amazing Discord server, and your teams. I'd love to see all that stuff. Your polls, gotcha, fun stuff. With that, my friends, Faerie Kingdom battle is now yours. The best team for Megadough battle is now yours. We'll see you out there. Keep on running, my friends.